human appearance and a primate such as a gorilla or chimpanzee?
One's android.
And
What's the other one?
I'm not sure.
Is it android and...
Android and...
Simoid.
No, I need
Simoid.
both of them. No, it's android and anthropoid. Another starter question. Which palindromic prime number is all of the following? The sum of the 5 consecutive primes from 13 to 29, the atomic number of Mendelevium, and the number of the Messier object known as the pinwheel...
Claire Cliff.
101.
101 is right, yes. Your bonuses are on tulips, Claire. TULIP has been used as an acronym to delineate the 5 central principles reaffirmed and set down at the Synod of Dort in 1619, of which particular Christian theology?
The unity... Should we try something like Calvinism or something like that?
Come on.
Calvinism?
Correct. The Tulip Revolution is a term to describe the 2005 bloodless uprising provoked by flawed elections and political corruption in which former Soviet republic?
Georgia, Ukraine... Well, Ukraine was Georgia. Yeah, Georgia.
Georgia?
No, it's Kyrgyzstan. Which century saw tulip mania, in which the price of tulip bulbs in the Netherlands rose to extraordinary levels before suddenly falling to a tiny fraction of their highest value?
It's the 17th, 17th.
17th century.
Correct. Another starter question. From the Greek for to find and meaning an approach based on common sense rather than on comprehensive theory, what term is used in computing for programming that attempts...
Claire Cliff.
Heuristic.
Correct. Your bonuses now are on organic chemistry, Claire. What is the term for organic compounds, each containing a main chain of carbon atoms in a straight or branched formation?
Aliphatic.
Nominate Cliff.
Aliphatic.
Aliphatic is correct. Secondly, most organic compounds containing a ring of 6 carbon atoms, such as benzene, toluene and naphthalene, are classed as what kind of compounds?
Nominate Cliff.
Aromatic.
Aromatic or arenes is right. What is the term for organic compounds whose molecules only have single covalent bonds between atoms?
Saturated.
Saturated.
Saturated is right. Another starter question. After the palace where it originally met, what name is given to the gathering of Anglican bishops every 10 years at the invitation of the Arch...
Jesus Waterson.
Lambeth.
The Lambeth Conference is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Jesus, are on train times. What time is the train from Paddington in the title of a 1957 novel by Agatha Christie?
5:15?
No, it's 4:50. What time is the train to Yuma in the title of the story of 1953 by Elmore Leonard, filmed in 1957 and 2007?
3:10.
Correct. What time train to what destination was the title of the song which won the 1974 Grammy Award for the best R&B vocal performance by a group?
Midnight Train to Georgia.
Yeah. Midnight?
Specifically, I want the whole thing.
Midnight Train to Georgia.
Midnight Train to Georgia.
That's correct, by Gladys Knight and the Pips. Right, we're going to take a music round now. You're going to hear a piece of classical music for your starter. 10 points if you can give me the name of the composer.
Jesus
Paul
Hadley.
Williams?
No, you may hear a little more, Claire.
Claire McDowell.
Debussy.
No, it is Felix Mendelssohn. It's a rather famous piece of his music, but never mind. We'll have the music bonuses in a moment or two. We'll have another starter question, though, in the meantime. The words with which T.S. Eliot concludes the first part of The Wasteland, Hypocrite lecteur, mon semblable, mon frère, are taken from the preface to which collection of 1857 by Charles Baudelaire?
Jesus Speller.
Fleur de Mal.
Les Fleurs du Mal is correct, yes. So we'll take the music bonuses now. The piece you'd failed to identify was Fingal's Cave by Mendelssohn. This year is the 200th anniversary of Mendelssohn's birth. It is also the anniversary of various other composers. And you're going to hear the works of 3 other noted composers who have an anniversary this year. 5 points for each you can identify from their works. Firstly, the composer of this piece who died 250 years ago.
Handel.
Correct. Secondly, the composer of this work, born 350 years ago.
Purcell.
Correct. And finally, the composer of this music, who died 200 years ago.
Haydn.
It is, it's the London Symphony. Right, another starter question. What term did Carl Jung use to describe the facade people present to satisfy the demands of the situation, but which does not necessarily represent the individual's inner personality?
Claire Hegarty.
Persona.
Correct. Your bonuses now are on the human neck, Claire. Thy neck is as a tower of ivory, thine eyes like the fish pools in Heshbon. In which book of the Old Testament do these words appear?
Songs of Solomon or something? Or in the Psalms?
Songs.
Yeah, songs.
Song of Songs. The Book of Psalms.
No, it's the Song of Solomon. Would that the Roman people had but one neck. Which Roman emperor said those words, according to the historian Suetonius?
What we should go for was Nero.
Nero.
No, it's Caligula. My neck is very short. Take heed, therefore, thou strike not awry for saving of thine honesty. Which author and political figure said those words to his executioner in 1535?
Thomas More.
Thomas More.
Thomas More is right. Fingers on the buzzers, 10 points for this. John F. Kennedy, Dylan Thomas, Oedipus Rex and Pulcinella were all the subjects of works by which Russian composer who became a naturalized American citizen in 1946?
Claire Cliff.
Rachmaninoff.
Anyone want to buzz from Jesus? It's Stravinsky, 10 points for this. Two English words, one meaning pertaining to or consisting of money, the other odd, curious or unusual, derive ultimately from a Latin word meaning a flock or herd of cattle. For 10 points, give me either one.
Jesus Doherty.
Fiscal.
No, anyone want to buzz from Claire?
Claire Hegarty.
Pecuniary.
Correct, the other one is peculiar, so you get the bonuses then, Claire. They're on the Canadian communications theorist Marshall McLuhan. In each case, give the single word that completes the following observations. Firstly, for 5 points, there are no passengers on spaceship Earth. We are all... what?
Crew.
Correct. What short word completes this observation attributed to McLuhan? I don't know who discovered water, but it certainly wasn't a... what?
Accident.
Fish. And finally, it's misleading to suppose there's any basic difference between education and...
Living.
No, it's entertainment. 10 points for this. Alta, Alavesa and Baja are the three principal regions of which wine-growing region situated south of the Cantabrian mountains of northern Spain?
Jesus Speller.
Rioja.
Rioja is correct, yes. Your bonuses now are on the short story, Jesus. Which 19th century French writer is particularly noted for his short stories, many set during the Franco-Prussian War, including Boule de Suif in 1880?
Anyone think of Maupassant?
Okay. Maupassant.
Guy de Maupassant is correct. Which 19th century Russian writer's short stories include Diary of a Madman and The Overcoat, both first published in 1842?
No, I think that might be Pushkin.
Pushkin.
I
Okay.
think.
Pushkin.
No, it's Gogol. Finally, three early 19th century short stories by which German writer form the narrative of an opera by Offenbach, first performed in 1881?
Schiller.
No, it's Hoffman. We're going to take our second picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see an engraving depicting a religious figure. 10 points if you can identify the central figure.
Claire Hegarty.
Moses.
It must be, yes, of course. Following on from that engraving by Doré, your picture bonus questions are three more depictions of Moses, 5 points in each if you can identify the artist at work.